I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.
What's up, everybody? I'm Fu.
And I'm Main One, and we're Unplugged, Free Your Mind, a show where we discuss and share our perspectives on an array of topics and world news from an unfiltered, unbiased, and unplugged point of view. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Y'all have to excuse me. I'm literally, what's good, Brandon? I'm literally doing my best to get the show tagged on as many groups as I can right now as we speak. And anybody who's watching, it says there's 6 people watching live right now. Make sure you put the city and state where you watching from. We want to make sure that we linking everybody up together. Let me give y'all a little update on my little golf adventures per se. When it comes to being a professional at anything, whether it's sports, whether it's your job, whatever it may be, basically professionals are people who are the best at what they do, and you're supposed to get paid for it. I'm letting y'all know right now, golf ain't easy, but anybody can go to that next level when you get your game to that level. And everything is about numbers. Everything is about numbers. I've broken down the numbers with these professionals, and honestly, I get my shit together. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna end up becoming a professional golfer. It may not be on TV, but I think I can. So I'm gonna keep y'all updated on all of this. And just remember with me saying this to y'all. With that being said, if you have a business, I will gladly rock your business on my shirt. That's free advertisement for you. Side note, just like I said last week, please, I'm gonna need everybody to donate to Wifey's breast cancer walk. Jermaine will put it in the link. He'll put it in on the banner or whatever. If you check your messages, it's probably still in there from last week, yo.
Yeah, it's still there. I'm just popping up.
Yeah, so please, everybody.
Is that it?
Nah,
no, that's not it. I don't know what that is.
I'm like, damn, where the fuck that shit come from?
There you go.
She is $630 away from her goal. So please, everybody donate $1. Fuck it. Donate $1. Tell your friends, donate $1. Let's make this happen. 670 people should be able to donate $1. Seriously.
Facts.
And we got to make sure this happens before October, before early October. Excuse me. As y'all know, when it comes to us doing this particular show, we're not going to sit there and harp on the same thing over and over again. We'll speak on it or whatever, but we're not going to harp on it. What I will tell you though is this: it feels good when you meet somebody who is genuinely excited about meeting you because they know you have the same type of mindset. Yesterday, I think that was yesterday. Yeah, but it was yesterday. Yesterday I was out and I had my Not Another Tuskegee Experiment shirt on, and I'm at a ShopRite. And the chick from the bakery, she walks up to me and she said, "I really love your shirt." And we started talking, and she started saying certain things about what she knows. I was like, "Yeah, I know about that. I know exactly what you're talking about." Her enthusiasm of talking to me showed me she has been alone in this battle. And I think for a lot of people, it's like that. You have people who are like that and they just feel so alone. So when they meet somebody, they're excited. And then you have a lot of people, they just keep to themselves. they like, fuck it, I'm not really gonna say nothing. It is what it is. But I could feel her, like I could feel her from where she was coming from. And we want to make sure that all of y'all understand that too. Y'all not alone. It's a lot of people out here who think like you, who think like us, and we have to make sure that we express that. And also for anybody who's watching on Facebook, if you haven't already done it, go to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Unplugged FYM. Tell your friends to do the same thing, please. So I wanted to put that out there because I really want to shout her out. She actually subscribed to the channel yesterday. She immediately did it, and I had told her to make sure she tells her friends also. And I had to big her up because that right there was it was powerful yesterday.
Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, I feel you on that because, you know, and, you know, me and you, we had conversations offline, you know, about where I work at and stuff like that. So I'm very wary. I try to, you know, keep that line, you know, separate, you know what I'm saying, from what I do outside of my place of business and what I do, you know, and what I talk about, you know, at work. But, you know, it's like people that, you know, I was like that. I wouldn't say nothing to nobody. You know, the stuff that I'm privy to, that I know, that I research and stuff like that, I just kind of like keep that stuff to myself, unless it's like close personal, you know, like me and you.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, now, you know, I kind of like have a conversation with somebody and I just kind of like throw out a random question just to fill them out, just to see where they head at. And if they give me like a kind of on par answer, and I'll be like, then I may go into something else. But if it's like, oh no, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I feel you on that. And then I just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it ain't even worth it to try to even, and people always be like, you trying to convert somebody. I ain't trying to convert you. You know, my whole thing is I'm just giving you information that you may have never heard before. I mean, I think that's what we wanted this platform to be, is to give that information that you're not going to get from the mainstream media. I'm not even calling their names no more, but everybody know who's the mainstream media is. So yeah, man, I feel you on that.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy when you really start putting things into perspective. It's actually kind of scary because it's like people are so delusional with how things are, and they just are willing to accept everything. I just think that's very, very dangerous. Matter of fact, with me saying that, please cue up that video. Maybe we'll play like 2 minutes of it. Then I'm gonna express the reason why I wanted you to play this video.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna cue it up right now. Because I want to touch on kind of piggyback off of what you just said too.
Late at night, so that we try to get to North Carolina just after dawn, so that we could drive through most of the South in the dark, because my father felt that was safer.
3 or 4 times a year, I would go back and forth to Georgia. But I knew I wasn't supposed to stop at night to buy any gas or do anything, not even to use the bathroom.
If you have to relieve yourself, there was always some kind of can in the back of the car. And mostly for the adults, because with the children, they just open both of the car doors and the kids stood between the car doors and used the potty.
Washcloths, some wet, wrapped up in wax paper. I don't recall that we even, in my early travels, that we didn't have any plastic bags. Yeah, it was wrapped up in wax paper because we'd have to use the bathroom on the side of the road.
You tried to get everything you needed when it was daylight. That included gas. If you gave them a 20 to buy gas, you didn't get any change back. And if you said anything, they might cause the law or hit you upside the head. Wasn't no change. You didn't get no change. So what you tried to do is buy what little gas with the smallest money you had.
We would look at green books and we would look at things to sort of help us figure out where we could go. But the one thing I remember more consistently was that my father believed that the only place you bought gasoline from was from Esso, which is now Exxon. He would drive around, almost running out of gas.
Starting from the beginning. I think
he
kind
could
of
get to
started
the
from
answer.
where I sent it to you.
And finally,
If you have to relieve yourself.
Say what now?
See if you could start it from the beginning, because I don't think that was I think that's from where I sent it to you from.
That's all I got. The beginning when the dude started talking right here. That's the beginning.
It is.
Yeah.
Move it a little further down, please.
All right.
Nah, I mean as far as Go ahead.
was
Yeah.
from Esso, which is now Exxon.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Right there.
Yeah, that's cool.
He would drive around, almost running out of gas, passing Shell stations until he could get to the Esso. And finally, I asked him, I said, okay, help me understand this loyalty. And his argument was that in the 30s and 40s, when he was a kid going to visit his father's family, Esso was the only gas station that would allow black people the dignity of using the toilet on equal terms as white visitors. And so the notion of unpredictability of racism, that it would tap you on your shoulder at moments you didn't expect, was really the key. And I think that the Green Book actually gave you that confidence that you wouldn't be tapped on the shoulder unexpectedly. And if you could live your life knowing that racism was there, but knowing when you had to confront it, my goodness, that was an amazing gift.
You didn't stop to buy any food. You carried your food for many years. Later, things became a little bit different that you could stop and buy some food. But before 1960, at nighttime, you didn't stop to buy no food.
Well, when we would go visit like our aunts in Georgia, or if we were going to Chicago, my mother, she would fry chicken, boil eggs. That was something that, you always traveled with.
And we had the tin bucket with ice in it, with newspapers around it and everything for the trunk of the car to put milk in and pop and deviled eggs.
And our standard fare was fried chicken.
All right, you can stop it. You can stop
Pound cake. I guess because these.
Okay, everybody, the reason why I wanted him to play that video was not to relive history, but to kind of touch on the fact that those people that were talking are the same ones who lined up to get this. They got that in their arms. And the reason why I'm speaking on this the way that I'm doing is because I want to know how soon they forget. The same people who was treating them like dogs and pieces of shit on the street, y'all trusted these same people to put something in your body. How is that even possible? And I don't know if any of you saw my post that on Facebook, and I said it boggles my mind that there's people out here who watch Hidden Colors, and they're the same people that lined up to get this in their arms. How is it that that disconnect is there? How is that fucking possible? But I digress. But I had to touch on it because it seems like people they say all this shit, they talk all this shit, but then when shit hit the fan, they back down, they comply, and all this other shit. If it's like that, then don't do it. Just like I just saw a video. I didn't post it, but it was like two cops on this little black kid choking him out. They was like, and the dude was like, "Yo, why don't y'all help me?" And these motherfuckers are not doing nothing. Then the cop was like, "Get back!" But he's on his back with his gun, like talking about get back. Nah, if y'all standing around, get them motherfuckers off of him. Y'all help him stand up and put his hands behind his back. Don't let nobody do that shit. And don't give me, well, if you saying that because the situation ain't happening. I'm telling you right now, as a man, if I witness that shit, whatever the consequence is, the consequence. I'm not going to allow that shit to happen. And too many people allow this shit to happen, and the truth is coming out.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, I feel you. But what we got to understand from watching that, the stories I tell you about my moms, talking to my moms, that baby, that generation there. What's going to start happening? We're reaching a point now where if you're not thinking if you don't have your own thought and you're not critically thinking, you're gonna be lost. Hold on one second. God damn it.
I already know where he's going, and he's absolutely right. But everybody, we have to make sure that we are critically thinking. We have to, because at this point, it's like, if you aren't, what exactly are you doing? Why do you move the way that you move? Go ahead, my man. Go ahead.
Man, I apologize. I had to open the door for my kid. Yeah, but like I was saying, we've reached a point to now in our society now, if you're not thinking for yourself, if you don't have a critical thought, you're going to be lost and you're going to be doomed. That previous generation, that baby boomer generation, our parents, they plug into the CNNs and the MSNBC, and all they doing is receiving a download. So they're going to do what they're told. We have to be the one to break that cycle. We have to break the cycle of just seeing what we see on TV and just running with it. We have to dig deeper and figure out what's the truth and what's not the truth. Now, I don't know if you noticed, they're firing all these pundits off of CNN.
Oh, word?
Yeah, they got like a new ownership or whatever. Now we all know that CNN is run by the CIA, propaganda machine. But the new owner is saying, "Hey, we're gonna get back to doing real news. And if you ain't with it, you got to go." Now that's what he says. So we'll see how far that goes. So now that the one of the main engines to the propaganda machine is supposedly going to be giving real news, now where you going to get your download from? So
I want to y'all gotta excuse me, I'm hitting people up to get them on to watch, but I want to read y'all a post that I put up. And usually when I post it, I put it on Facebook, and then I make sure that I put it on Instagram and things like that. So what I do is, the people who like it, I make sure that I hit them up and see if I can get them on the show. The post says, here we go. Intelligence must be defined in terms of the degree in which it solves your problems. The nature of education today prepares you to solve their problems and not your own. That's why you study their books, you go to their schools, you learn their information, their language, their styles, their perceptions. So when you come out of school, you can do a humdinger of a job solving Europeans' problems, but you can't solve your own. And then you dare call yourself intelligent. Come on. When you really put into perspective what that man said, it is very, very powerful. We are so focused on pleasing other people and doing what other people want us to do for them, we forget about us. We truly are the only group that is so separated. Everybody else is down for each other. Why is it that we are so easily we want to integrate with everything? No. Why? Every group is the same. There's nothing wrong with the white person saying, I'm fucking with my people. Guess what? That's the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like that with everybody. But when it comes to us, it's always a problem. Why?
Well, I think we've been conditioned to be dependent on the system. And you can call it white supremacy, you call it what the fuck you want to call it. We've been conditioned to be dependent on them. So we feel like that's all. If the system gives you any kind of trinket, you're taking it no matter what, because you've been beaten down so much as a community, as a race. So any little trinket from the system, you're taking it and at all costs. And it don't matter who it affects. So that's the conditioning we have to get out of it. But we got so many And that's a good, and this is a good segue to this next story that a lot of people are not talking about, which is crazy to me that we got all these black elected officials, we got the squad, we got all this shit going on, right? I haven't heard not one black elected official say anything of what's going on with Jackson, Mississippi, and with their water. Not one. But you got Sheila Jackson over in fucking Afghanistan or wherever she's at, giving out bottled water, giving out food and shit over there. You ain't heard shit from Kamala Harris, the skiwee, the vice president. You ain't heard Jim Clyburn, the Black Caucus. You ain't heard none of these people talking about this water situation that's going on in Mississippi. Why is that? Because we got all these white supremacists in elected positions in blackface, and most of us cool with it, because guess what? They ain't got to do shit because they know we're gonna go out and vote for them. Vote blue no matter who. They might as well bring that shit back. That might as well be the theme song for the Democratic Party. Vote blue no matter who, because it don't matter, because these dummies gonna still go out there and vote for them even though they don't do shit for them. And not saying that the Republicans do shit for them either, but damn it, the ones that say they for you, they supposed to at least do something for you, right?
Bruh, you said a mouthful, and I agree wholeheartedly. Just he already put it out there. But anybody that's watching, if you want to get something off your chest, let us know. We'll send you the link. Feel free to come on camera. You are more than welcome, because we have to use this platform for that. Now, let me segue that. Just be clear. We want to keep our show on. We don't want to get no more strikes. We don't want to get terminated, nothing like that. So when you come on, make sure you don't say the V word. Make sure you don't say the C word. And it's other little things, but just be mindful. So we got to talk in code. That's why I do this. That's why I say get sick. I don't say the other word.
Or just say the Fauci ouchie. We can say the Fauci ouchie. But I wanted to play this. I don't know if you heard this, right? it's just a little bit of his divisive speech that all these so-called Democrats saying was the best speech ever, but it just sounds like a whole lot of division to me.
Too much of what's happening in our country today is not normal. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. Now, I want to be very clear up front. Not every Republican, not even the majority of Republicans, are MAGA Republicans. Not every Republican embraces their extreme ideology. I know, because I've been able to work with these mainstream Republicans. But there's no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans. And that is a threat to this country.
So let me get this straight. You ain't black if you didn't vote for Biden. And if you support Trump, you're basically a domestic terrorist. Lot of unity right there, because it was what, 75+ million that voted for Donald Trump. And why are we still talking about this guy?
Thank you.
Well, I mean, their whole stitch is Donald Trump. Not helping the American people, not doing what you promised, not doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. It's Donald Trump. They so afraid of a fucking game show host. They're afraid of him, in the Republican Party, afraid of a game show host, a political novice, and they terrified of him. So what that goes to show you is the ones that they painting as you're supposed to be the bad guy and your enemy, because remember, we say this all the time. The system is going to give you your hero, and they're going to give you your enemy. If they keep pumping this enemy shit, he's more closer to your friend than your fucking enemy. Not saying that Donald Trump your fucking damn friend, but I'm just saying they're afraid of something.
Play the play that video I just sent you in the messenger. I wish you could play this on the other show.
Oh. Yeah. Hold on one second. wish I can get it bigger.
Long as the sound is clear, then we good.
Aim for inflation.
Well, before I get into who I would blame for recession, I would say, how come we don't hear about it in the news? It's true. I'm not the first one to say that. And think about it. If the economy was doing great, we would hear all about it. If Trump did one thing wrong, it was constantly blasted all over the news. And it just makes me really scared that our media is completely losing all its credibility, right? Like, it's just like you like, how can they fucking silence so much for the Democrats and expose so much for the Republicans?
Now, number one, this is for everybody. We're not siding with either party. I want to be clear about that. What he talked about, the message was transparency. How is it that whenever the Republicans did anything wrong, it was blasted all over the news? But they constantly talk about everything else except inflation. And they don't want to blame it on the person, the administration who has to accept it. If you were tricked, never mind.
Go ahead, keep going.
Play it. I can keep going.
No, because I was going to piggyback off of what you were saying. Keep going.
If you were tricked into voting for him, ask yourself this question: why did I vote for slow Biden? Ask yourself that question. I got videos with that the one that was just played, that same dude asking people, why did you vote for Joe Biden? They can't give you an answer. They can't give you an answer. The dude was like, well, Joe, tell me one policy. They can't do it. Because most people voted on fucking emotion. There's a video of 45 mentioning if Biden gets elected, gas is going to be $7, $8, $9. He said this during the primary, way before the election. What happened? People tend to forget about this. And also, side note, this is completely side note. Yo, Jermaine, I heard Gavin Newsom had Bell's palsy.
It's possible. I believe it.
But go ahead and play. Go ahead and play the Killary video.
Yeah, I mean, before I play the video, is and let me give the disclaimer, which I shouldn't have. At this point in our show, we shouldn't have to give the disclaimer. We are not affiliated with any of these parties. I don't make no money from Republican, Democrat. I don't give a fuck about any one of them, because I think they're both owned by the same people, and they don't work for us. They work for who they're paid for, who pays them, and we don't pay them, apparently. So, but the whole election, the 2020 election being stolen, and they talking shit about all these MAGA Republicans, because remember, he started this MAGA Republican shit months ago. I saw this shit coming. I was like, oh, this is what they're gonna run on. This is what they're gonna start running on, this MAGA Republican and all this kind of shit. And they were talking, oh, they all denying the election. I'm not gonna play the whole video because the video is 10 minutes, but it's 10 minutes full of all of these elected officials, all of these so-called Democrats or whatever, these pundits denying the 2016 election. So the hypocrisy is what we try to point out, because they always say, well, the Republican Party are hypocrites. Well, no, they are too.
You can run the best campaign. You can even become the nominee. And you can have the election stolen from you.
How can you win with Russian interference, though?
That's the real
what I'm
thing.
scared about in 2020.
But rightly.
Because I think he's an illegitimate president that didn't really win. So how do you fight against that in 2020?
You are absolutely right.
He's an illegitimate president in my mind.
Could you be my vice presidential candidate? Folks, look, I absolutely agree.
Trump didn't actually win the election in 2016. He lost the election, and he was put in office because the Russians interfered.
Trump knows he's an illegitimate president.
The president-elect, although legally elected, is not legitimate.
I don't see this president-elect
as a legitimate president.
You said you believe that Russia's interference altered the outcome of the election.
I do. We have a president who, if in fact it is proven, has been assisted by the Russians and may in fact not be a legitimate president.
The one thing that Trump is fearful of when it comes to his being president is that finally we will see how illegitimate his victory actually was.
I have an objection.
I object to the 15 votes from the state of North Carolina. I object because people are horrified.
He's an illegitimate president.
Do you believe Trump is a legitimate president?
What I believe is that there's no question that the outcome of this election was affected by the Russian interference.
There absolutely is a cloud of illegitimacy.
So that legitimacy is in question, yes.
So that was a very tainted election. And in that sense, it's illegitimate.
Why do you think the president is going to such great lengths to essentially prove that he beat you?
Because he knows he didn't. He knows he's an illegitimate president.
Stolen emails, stolen drone, stolen election. Welcome to the world of unprecedented Trump.
So do you believe President Trump is an illegitimate president?
Based on what I just said, which I can't retract.
The Russian attempt to have the election, and frankly, the FBI is weighing in on the election, I think makes his election illegitimate.
There was a widespread understanding that this election was not on the level. We still don't know what really happened.
I'm not going to play that whole thing. That was just 2 minutes. That was just 2 minutes in. So one can question the election and the other can't. Make it make sense. But I digress.
I'm looking for something, but I can't. Oh, I think I found it. Hold up. If I found it, we good. Hold up. Give me 1 second.
While food looking for something, I'm gonna play me another video. No, that's not it. That's not it. Oh.
I sent it to you, y'all. I sent it to you.
So after Biden's speech, right? The very next day, this is what he said. Why?
I don't consider
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Man, you can't make this shit up, man.
Jermaine.
I'm queuing it.
No. Don't play that one yet. Play this. Give me 1 sec. Play this one first. This is the one to play first because this one is like, I love it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Hold on.
Trump or Biden?
Oh, shit. Biden.
Biden? Why?
Because Trump wants to get me.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just like, I'm a gay man. So Trump is not trying to, do anything for me.
So is the only reason you picked Biden because of negative things about Trump?
No, that's not necessarily. I mean,
can you tell me some good policies of Biden?
Some good policies of Biden?
Yeah, like some of the good things he's done.
Oh, this is one of those where they try to get me, make me look dumb in their thing.
Trump or Biden?
Now play that. Now play the other one. And we definitely gonna touch on this shit.
Okay with it so far?
Why?
I mean, he just gave us a discount on student loans. I'm happy with that.
You think that's a good thing?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I'm black. I mean, we are putting up a lot of money for student loans. A lot of us are under debt and a lot of stuff, so I'm okay with it.
What are some other good things that Biden did?
Other good things that Biden did? I can't think of anything off the top of my head, to be quite honest.
How do you approve of Joe Biden's administration?
For everybody that's watching, those two people are the majority of the people who voted for that man. Because when they asking the questions of why, nobody can give a real fucking reason. We got one person who we associate with that will say, he always bring up the judges. Fuck out of here. Always bring up the motherfucking judges like that mean anything. Give a reason why to vote for them. Nobody wants to do it. Now, for me personally, if you got somebody who's suffering from dementia, Alzheimer's, however you pronounce that shit, compared to what we had, I stick to what we had. Because the motherfucker that's up there now, I'm good, yo. And there's a reason why he ran for president multiple times before, and he fucking lost. He wasn't even a thought. But I digress. I can see you still looking for something, because we gonna roll tonight with this shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, they really wanted Kamala Harris to be the one, but shit, she couldn't even win her damn primary in her damn state. So they're like, damn, can't even use her as.
And she done fucked up. I keep telling people this, and nobody really wants to kind of put it into the perspective of what I said. Kamala Harris is the black Sarah Palin. Period. If you look at her, if you pay attention to her, what value does she bring except being something to look at? Now, in the essence of Sarah Palin, it was more the mom, the glasses, this, that, whatever. With Kamala, it's because she's black. That's it. She's an eyepiece. People can look at her, but once once both of them open up their mouths, everybody wants to say, please shut the fuck up. I'm begging you to shut the fuck up.
I wouldn't even call her an eyepiece.
No, I mean, she's like some trophy shit. That's all she is. Because they serve no significance. Hell, to make it even worse, she's the female Dan Quayle. They both stupid. Dumb as fuck. Kamala Harris is dumber than a rock. And nobody can deny that shit. But people don't want to admit it, just like with what we mention all the time. Nobody wants to admit when they're wrong. That's the problem. Like, yo, you fucked up. You really fucked up by making the decision that you made. And we can't sit here and blame, just the administration on everything. But the administration can put steps in place so things can get better. It's getting worse. My man Karev said, do you think the look of getting black men erased from the infrastructure, the reason Biden and Harris are who they are where they are? Nah, because that's the plan that's been there forever. So no, it's not just them. This shit, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing new. At least that's my opinion. But
I think so. I think so. You got two people who have a history of locking up black people, especially black men. I think that's a fair assessment.
Wait a minute. Do you think the look of getting men? Oh, my fault. I looked at it wrong. I apologize. Yes, my bad. Ken, I apologize. I was looking at it wrong. I was definitely looking at it wrong. And what we've talked about before, and Jermaine was talking about this for a while. The Democrats had and still have absolutely nothing to run on. They have nothing to run on. They are grasping at straws, and the people are eating this shit up. Gas got so high that now there's $3 and some change, people are satisfied. They forgetting that the shit was just high as fuck. They was forgetting they was just spending $5 a gallon. But now that it's $3 some change, they cool. And you have so many people out here who are just willing to accept what's going on, and they still want to talk about the boogeyman, which to them is 45. Why? He's not in office. The crazy thing about it is he's not even out there talking like that. Y'all keep bringing him up. Why? These motherfuckers desperate as hell, yo.
Because he's the boogeyman. He's
like
the boogeyman, and they want y'all everybody to be scared of Trump. But why? Ask yourself why. Why they going so hard on him? I don't know. I question everything, man.
And what he just said is exactly what all of you should be doing. We need to make sure that we question everything. Because when we were in school, they always said no question is a bad question. I know for me, and I could think back to when I was a kid. I went to Catholic school. When they told the story about Noah and the ark, I raised my hand.
You too?
Why wasn't the lions eating the zebras? If they had 2 of each animal, did the frogs eat the mosquitoes? Like, how the hell they did that shit? Who cleaned up the shit? Like, really? It was no shame over it. I'm not afraid to be that way, because that's the way we're supposed to be. We're supposed to question shit. And if y'all not paying attention to this, people like us that question shit, especially on social media right now, we are being censored.
We're terrorists. We're extremists. That's what they're called. But you know, it's funny. These people that get paid by Big Pharma and all these corporations, they don't have one skeptical thought about anything. The most of these American people don't have no skeptical thought about anything. But what they do is they find your fear point, and they couple it with your hate for Trump, and there you go. So we gonna scare the shit out of you, and we know y'all hate this motherfucker. So bam, vote for us. But I mean, to me, it's just like old hating ass nigga. That you ever had one of them niggas that was just a hater on you? He can't get your girl just by his charm and his shit. He got to say, "Oh man, that nigga ain't shit. Oh, you know what he ain't he ain't do this, he ain't doing that." Like them songs Joe used to be making. All the things your man won't do. That's the fucking Democrats.
Based on what he said, and I know everybody's not me. I get it. You're not me. If people just ignored the shit that they seeing on TV, we would be so much further. I said this last week, and I'm gonna constantly keep saying it. Every year, there's a new year. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Please stop referring to that 2-year period as anything else but that. Stop calling it the word that start with P. Stop calling it the word that start with C. It was 2020, 2021, and 2022. Stop giving those words so much power, because that's what they want you to do. The more we keep regurgitating what they want us to say, the more powerful it is out in this damn universe. And if people really understood that shit, they would get why they move the way that they move. You're letting them control who you are. You have adults letting the fucking TV tell you how to raise your goddamn children. That is sad to me. That is so sad to me. You got motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you telling you what to do and how to live your life.
But you got people out here, they falling for the trap. They falling for the divide and conquer trap. It's the art of war. We keep telling y'all, man, if you ain't never read the art of war, read the art of war. The art of war is being played out right here. Is the motherfucker who they said was going to divide the country and was a dictator and all this kind of shit. Biden get in office, and he's the motherfucking dictator and the authoritarian. And these the motherfuckers that's propagating division and shit like this. Did you hear what the mayor of the governor of New York said? Did you see that? What she said?
Mm-mm.
Can you see that? Governor Kathy Hochul to state Republicans, you are not New Yorkers. Gotta go. Tell them off. So if you're a Republican, so if you don't align ideologically with me, I gotta go. I ain't a New Yorker. What the fuck kind of bullshit is that? What kind of division shit is that? But this is what they doing: divide and conquer.
Now, here's something that is being ignored. We all know that in this country, white flight is dangerous because once they get fearful, they're gonna move a certain way. Now, with everything that has happened, and they want to keep calling out 45, and all this other bullshit that's going on and things like that, and they want to keep poking that bear. Number one, you got black people that's going to vote Republican in this upcoming election. That's number one. You have a lot of black people that's going to vote Republican because they don't like the way things are going. And you want to keep calling out the quote unquote MAGA supporters, they're going to come out even more now. You keep on fucking with them. You keep on fucking with them and watch what's going to happen. If 45 could get the motherfuckers in Virginia to come out, West Virginia to come out and vote, what the fuck you think going to happen in 2024? Because the difference between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party is this. The Republican Party is going to beat you in the head with everything that happened, especially if it's 45. They're going to talk about the gas prices. They're going to talk about the food shortages. They're going to talk about what was it was gas prices, food. What was the third thing? It was something else. It was 3. Inflation. Inflation. That's gas prices, food shortages, inflation.
Don't forget the Fauci ouchie, the lockdowns. They're not really
going because they remember they fight. They was on both sides of that battle. But they're going to harp on the inflation because that happened under Biden's watch. They're going to keep telling you that over and over again. People are not going to, they're not going to let people forget, especially if it's 45. And me personally, I don't think he's going to run again. But there you go. Y'all see that article. More than 1 million voters switched to GOP, raising an alarm for Democrats.
And this was in June. So you can imagine what it is now in September. Now, this ain't us saying go vote Republican. This is not us saying that. Joe Rogan said that. And that's his prerogative. That's not us saying it. Oh, I ain't want to show that yet.
Yeah. That could be a.
Yeah, that's for the last little segment.
But we want people to understand. Once again, you have to make sure that you're thinking for yourself. They know what they're doing. They're going to play on everybody's emotions because we emotional creatures. We are. But how many of you are willing to think logically? Am I going to say that I'm emotionless? No. Fuck no. I'm a human being. But with certain shit, I wish I could have recorded the shit that I was saying when all this first happened. I was like, wait a minute. They telling me I got to put something on my face. The fuck you mean? I got to stay in the house. I'm a grown ass man. My grandmother used to tell me I had to stay in the house when I was on punishment. You're not going to tell me to stay in no motherfucking house. What I got a car for? No, it don't work like that. But people just accepted it. Yo, you got to quarantine. No, the fuck I don't. You can stay your ass in the motherfucking house if you want to. And then the crazy part about that, during that time, so many people stayed home and was making more money by staying home than when they had to go to work and actually physically go in. Now, nobody wants to work. Y'all wondering why like things change and everything like that? Because cats was making way more money sitting their ass in the house doing nothing. They were doing nothing. You really think they're gonna go back to a motherfucking job? That's how you plan to destroy a fucking economy. This was all a big ass plan, yo. And the fact that y'all not seeing, it's right there in your face. Like, come on, you can't be that fucking dense.
Yeah. I wish they'd had them damn lockdowns when I was getting all these damn driving under suspensions. Because I had the same thought like you. I was like, shit, I got a damn cough. Look at that. I ain't waiting on nobody. I'm rolling.
This shit is just, it's crazy, yo. And I had mentioned this before on a previous show. I watch a lot of cop watcher, First Amendment audit videos on my phone, just so I can see the reactions of people. So many people will say, I didn't give you my consent to record me. How dare you have your camera out and all this other bullshit. And it'd be a camera right there looking at them in the establishment that they're in. You so worried about this person, but you're not worried about Big Brother. You cool with Big Brother looking at you. That's the trick that they've done to people. And they don't get it. They don't get the shit. And I advise everybody to do that. Start watching a little. I know one of them is NC. Look up NC Tyrant Hunter on YouTube and Facebook. He's a fat dude in North Carolina. He cool. He funny as hell. The cops will come up to him and say, "What's your name?" He was like, "Poontang." And the girl was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, Poontang. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same." He funny as he don't give a fuck. He talk cash shit because they're doing that so people can know their rights. You have rights, and if you don't use them, you're gonna lose them. Our first mistake was 9/11. Y'all really don't understand that shit. That was like the first big domino they kicked down. Now it's your health. First it was your privacy with 9/11. Now it's your health. You're freely giving away your shit, and that's not good, yo. It's not good at all. And people don't see this shit. And our people, I just be like, oh my God, y'all really trust these motherfuckers? You got people who love and care about you, have put food on your table, in your belly, have taken care of you while you're sick, and you just nix what they told you, and you believe exactly what they tell you on this motherfucking television. That's crazy, yo.
Television. Yes.
I don't watch the news. I stopped watching football and basketball. The football and basketball, I don't even miss it. The news shit, the only thing I really watched before was I used to watch Rachel Maddow. I used to love Rachel Maddow because, in my opinion, at the time that I was watching her, she was the one who would at least bring out the receipts. Once all this shit started happening and she was backing that shit up, I'm good. I don't fuck with her no more. I will watch Bill Maher because Bill Maher, he be on both sides. He'd touch on both sides. I haven't watched him in a while because he did call out some of the hypocrisy, which is cool. But bottom line is, all these motherfuckers still down with the agenda. They all got to answer. They answering to somebody. And what they don't like and don't appreciate is motherfuckers who don't have to answer to anybody. Yeah. That's where the shit changes.
They're all paid opposition, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I agree, yo. Took me a while to get to that point, but I agree.
So what we talked about earlier about how they put the black face to do their dirty work, so they'll appoint, so they'll check all the boxes, right? So like with the new press secretary,
I knew you was about to go here.
She black, she gay, she a woman. She check all the boxes, right, for this diversity shit that they pushing. But they put we don't realize they put these people in place to do their dirty work. They'll put a black guy Secretary of Defense in who was on the board of Raytheon to drop bombs on black and brown people. So they can say, well, it wasn't the white people, it was black man in charge. She in charge of doing that. Kamala Harris, she's the face. Obama, he was the face of dropping so many bombs that they ran out of bombs, dropping so many bombs over in the Middle East. So this press secretary, they were getting on her ass about not So they'll be talking about African issues, and she'll never call on any of the African reporters. So how y'all reporting? Y'all talking about issues in Africa, but y'all don't want to talk to the African reporters. So this is what they've been getting on her ass about. And watch how she talked to him
about what happened yesterday.
Afterwards, between the Justice Department and President Biden. One question for Africa, Kareem.
I'm going to come back, guys.
Thank you. We always have to beg for questions. Africans deserve questions as well, Kareem. Come on. What is the latest? And I have a question, Kareem.
Okay, I'll take a couple more questions. Okay, I'm gonna take guys. Go ahead. Okay. Give me a second. Go ahead.
And even when you give questions to Simon, it's because he forced. We don't need to force for question. We also deserve to have a question.
I will get.
Against African reporters.
I understand Jake Sullivan said last year that there was going to be an extensive top to bottom review of the bill and how that went.
Can you start again because someone was yelling over you?
Jake Sullivan said last year.
Bruh.
That's one of those instances where all your skinfolk ain't kinfolk. Period. That's proven right there. That's bought and sold right there without any Vaseline. And the fact that she can do that shit with a straight face, it's like, let the person talk. Let them get it out. Because if the more you act like that,
right,
you're gonna keep getting the brunt of that shit. And then this is when shit gonna hit the fan. When the white people get on her ass about that shit. When the white people get outraged about her disrespecting the Africans, something gonna change.
So a couple of weeks prior to that, no, it wasn't a couple of weeks. It was when the other one stepped down, Patsky, whatever her name is. Whenever Jen Psaki, whatever her name was, whenever she stepped down and they were transitioning or whatever, it was a dude, an African reporter. They actually got him fired because he was pressing her the same way. Like, yo, why you don't never? You've been here all this time. You've never asked us, let us get a question in. They made him lose his job with his newspaper because he pressed her.
Fam, this shit is so redundant that we just gotta keep on speaking out. We gotta keep on speaking out. Her raggedy ass, I'm about ready to get on her ass on Twitter.
But that go for all of it, man. They talk to black people so fucking damn condescending. Our people, our elected officials, from Clyburn to Maxine Waters, you should see these videos that people be sending me, like how they be talking to them, like how dare you question me? So how you supposed to hold them accountable? Because our people, oh, we gotta hold them accountable. Well, how we hold them accountable when they don't want to be held accountable? How do you do it? Well, you vote them out. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Y'all just people, please use your fucking brain. Use your eyes. Pay attention to what's being done, and speak out against this shit. You have to. You better do something, because I mean, we already doomed. But at least I know for me, and I know for Jermaine, we're gonna go out fighting. We're not gonna sit back on our motherfucking hands, because they can kiss my ass. All of them can kiss my ass. I'm not fucking with you like that.
Yo, so I'm scrolling on Twitter. So wow, Mississippi. Now, like I said, you really had nobody talking about this. What's going down on Mississippi with the water, right? I think the only person I've heard talk about it was Deion Sanders, the coach.
Because he's affected by it. He's directly affected by it.
Because his people, his players are affected by it, right? So I'm scrolling on Twitter. The U.S. approves potential 1.1 billion weapon sales to Taiwan. So are we trying to propagate a war with China by giving them weapons? So we keep giving these other countries weapons that are so if I don't like you and me and you enemies, and you keep giving guns and shit to my next door neighbor, what that say? That I feel threatened. Right? Man, look. It's about to go down, bro. People don't believe that shit.
And we want everybody, please share this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. If anybody wants to come on and speak their piece, you know you're always more than welcome. Like I said, you can see it scrolling across the screen. Please, everybody donate to Wifey's Cancer Walk. Every little bit helps. She need $1,000 by the first week of October before the walk. Please help her reach this goal. It is not much. I need 1,000 Facebook friends. Excuse me. I need 670 Facebook friends to donate $1. I don't think that that's too much to ask. We appreciate y'all jumping on as usual. We're gonna do our best to see if we can have a guest on next week so we could touch on even some more shit. I highly suggest for everybody, once again, take your ass outside, take your sneakers and your socks off, and put your feet into the ground. We need to be grounded and earthing. Go sit your ass next to a tree. Lean up on a tree. You'll be surprised at the way you're going to feel afterwards. Because we need, like, every little bit helps now because there's so much shit going on. And the other thing I'll tell y'all, I keep forgetting to get mine. Get you an EMF protector and put your phone in that motherfucker at night. It's like a little bag or some shit like that you can get. Put that shit in that in there at night, and I think it'll do wonders for you. I'm probably gonna get like 3 of them.
Shit, matter of fact, don't even sleep with that shit in your bedroom. Leave that shit in the fucking other room.
Shit,
you ain't even supposed to be sleeping with that shit in the same room.
See, he touching on something that I didn't even think about.
Yeah, I leave my shit in my damn office.
See, the crazy thing about it is because he's saying that, and I know how I have to get up in the morning and what wakes me up, he's gonna make me go buy a fucking alarm clock.
$5, nigga, General Dollar.
you know, you just said General Dollar, right?
Is it General? Is Dollar General? Oh, my bad. General Dollar.
How's it going?
We do got a General Dollar.
Where?
It's a gen. Hold up. I ain't just plucked that out of air.
My man, if somebody don't switch the name up, they funny. That's a gangster ass power move right there.
No, it's Dollar General.
But see, me, I'm willing to, like, what he said is something that's not that hard to do. It's different because we've been doing the same thing for so long, but I am going to do that. When I get back home, I'm going to get me because see, the alarm that's on this motherfucker wakes me up because I sleep hard. I got to find something loud as fuck.
Oh, that little $5, that should wake your ass up.
Hey, see, I'm gonna go get me a $5 alarm clock, plug that bitch up, and I'm gonna do that and get my EMF bags because that right there is most definitely needed. We have to remove ourselves from all the radiation that's out there. It's out there. It's not like it's gonna disappear, but we definitely can minimize it. And lastly, I'm gonna say this for the ladies: stop doing this. Stop doing this with your phone, please. You do not want this shit next to your titties for obvious reasons. It's just that's common sense. The crazy thing about that is I met one of my best friends for telling her that 11 years ago. No bullshit. She came in to do something. I was like, why do you have that right there? She's like, what you mean? We had the conversation. She is literally one of my best friends now. I'm telling you this because I care. Keep them fucking phones away from your chest.
And money too. Matter of fact.
Huh?
Money too.
You said money.
Yeah, you have women still putting money in their damn bras. Keep that shit away from this shit too.
I damn sure don't want to no kiss on no titties. That shit got some dirty ass money on it. Hell no. But we appreciate y'all tuning in. We can't thank y'all enough. remember, you're more than welcome to always come on. If you want to come on and speak your piece, you're good. We not going to fight you. We not going to argue with you. Everybody has their opinion. So whether you agree with us or disagree with us, it's all good. We want to hear from everybody. So if you ever want to come on, feel free. If you have somebody that you want to come on, just let us know. So we'll see y'all. We'll definitely see y'all next week. We appreciate the support, and we cannot thank y'all enough. And remember, please make sure you like, subscribe, share the video. Later, everybody. See y'all next week.
Peace.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.